A lot of the hymns that we're singing this morning have Spanish lyrics. If you want to sing in English or Spanish when we do them, feel free to try either. I'll probably sing in English mostly. The last hymn, I think we have only one verse in English and one verse in Spanish, so I'll do it 2 times, and I'll try my hand at fighting my way through Spanish as best as I can. As I was looking to try and pick some music for this morning, I was thinking about music that I know with a Spanish background, and I thought of Albéniz, who is one of my favorite composers. I've always loved his music, and he's an interesting guy. I thought I'd just share a few quick words about him. He was born in Spain, in Catalonia, and at the age of 4, he was already performing in front of audiences, and at the age of 7, he was touring around Spain performing. He was a child prodigy. At the age of 12, he ran away from home, stowed away on a ship to Argentina, and started making his living as a professional pianist in Buenos Aires. And then he moved to Cuba and did the same thing. And then he came to the United States as a teenager and toured and performed in New York. And imagine this, in the 1870s, in San Francisco. And those are the only 2 places he performed, New York and San Francisco. So there must be an interesting story in how he got across the country. And then he wound up in England and lived there for a few years, and then studied at the Leipzig Conservatory in Germany pretty soon after Mendelssohn had founded it. And then traveled all over Europe performing, and eventually had homes in Paris and England, and very prolific composer. But he's one of the few who wrote Spanish music as somebody from Spain. There was sort of a fad where a lot of composers, Russian composers and German composers and English composers, would write Spanish music, but his is very authentic and has a really beautiful sound to it. If you've heard anything by him, you've probably heard it in a guitar transcription. Even though he wrote for piano, he tried to imitate the sound of the guitar, and so then a lot of guitarists would take his music and transcribe it. So this is one of those pieces you might be familiar with because it's often played on classical guitar.